Hello, I'm going to do a screencast to demonstrate that I know how to use the media, or the technology rather, that is in my lesson plan. So my lesson plan in a nutshell is that we will be taking the Reading Informational Text Standard number 7 for 7th grade, and we will be comparing and contrasting Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream text to the video version of it. And I will be asking the students to tell me which one they thought was more effective, and they'll be doing that in a persuasive essay at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the technology. So the first one is I put a link to the state core standards. So if there's any question about what they are, where they are, they can find that. The hook of my lesson is going to be a quiz online. And there's a link both right here and right here. And then the quiz is pretty simple, and we'll take it together as a class. And it just starts asking questions. You can see I already did it, so I'd have to clear it out. But it quotes a speech, and then you say which one you think it is. And if it's incorrect, I did get one incorrect down here, then it tells you it's wrong, and then it tells you about it. And so it's a good opportunity to talk about these things a little bit as a class. The goal really is to talk to them about the effectiveness of the speeches, not so much what the speeches were about, though that is a good conversation to have. So when you're done, it tells you your score, and that's something we're going to do as a class to start the lesson. And then we're going to talk about why those speeches were famous and what elements in the speech do they think made it famous, and just sort of give them some ideas of how to look at the speech. So then the next part of technology is that we are going to pass out. I'm going to have class copies, so I will have them in a hard copy for the students, but if they prefer, they can look it up on their phones, or we could even put it on the overhead projector or the Promethean board or whatever I have in my classroom. And there's a link right here, and there's a link right here to the archives where the actual speech text is found. So we'll be able to read that together as a class. And then there's a link right here and a link right here for the actual speech that Martin Luther King gave. And as you can see, it's the full text of him. So then I have a link to, it looks like the link isn't working. Well, I'll have a link. Maybe I should just go back and correct that really fast. I thought I put it in, but I guess I didn't. So we'll just highlight this. And I think it might still be on my clipboard. Yep, that's it. So then I will go to preview, and we'll click the link, and it will take us to the essay that I want them to write. So I will have these printed off, but in case a child is absent or whatever, I'll just put their name, and then I want them just to answer the question. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, I Have a Dream, is more powerful when read or watched because, and then they just have some space to do that assignment. So that is all of the technology in my lesson.